Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh. Here we go, man. Good stuff. Look at that. ST1-6. We have ROE going up against Owl. Looks like DBB is there too as well. And ROA. Okay, nice. Oh, this must be it then. Where are we in? We're in 06. And someone told us 14. Who was that? Owl and RO. That was painful. Okay. Nice. Yeah, man. Watch a little bit of this. Cool. Always down to get a little bit of some PvP. Let me see. No, not this. I don't need this. You need to go put the console in the thing.
You may put the console in the thing.
You have to put that in there.
Back in the box, back in the other thing, in the box.
Okay, I just click.
Let me see. Yeah. So like this, you put it in like that, where the power has to be on the left side. So when you do it, you're gonna go like that, down like that.
Oh, in the front, like it's facing me.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell Volvo to put it in there, and then you just have to turn the TV on. Oh gosh. Should stream our war. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the main fight. I don't know if there's any other places that are going on right now here. Let's see real quick. There was one up here, but I don't know how much fighting is. Oh, dang. What is going on over here? Jeez. Yo, it's nuts, fam. What is happening? Okay, listen, ST1-6 is where it's at right now. Nuts. Okay, this is dope. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out here for a minute. Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll hang out. We'll show GG13. I'll show the GG group fighting NTS, and then we'll go back down south and watch ROE, ROA, and the others. All right, nice. That'll give me a little bit of time, so we can do a couple more promos. Yeah, then we'll see what's up. Okay, good. That's a good thing I'm on there. Oh my gosh, there's the barrage. I love the fact that NTS is coming out hard, or at least being consistent and constantly keep coming out of the gate. I mean, usually, this is an interesting part, right? We often talk about this. When you're fighting on a gate, typically you don't want to kind of come out in one by ones, right? You typically want to kind of come out in a horde. And that's usually because you have a higher chance of being able to have, or we should say, taking more ground, right? Making more of a stand and kind of carving out your area compared to where you're kind of trickling in one by one. So, actually, it actually seemed okay for them there, but maybe they want to reset. And I can respect this. If they feel like, look, we don't have as good of numbers. I also like the fact if GG is backing up and giving them space to come out in, because they know that if they do that, they're probably going to get longer fights and probably more sustainable fights at the pass compared to if they just basically spawn camp, right, the pass. I actually think that's a better play for them. And if that's what they're doing, I think that's good. I think that's what they should do, right? And again, that's coming from the standpoint of, look, you're trying to get more fights. You're trying to get more enjoyment out of the season, right? Especially for this type of an engagement. Okay, but looks like it stopped for a sec. Let's go back here. Are they just fighting everywhere? What's going on here? Nah, it's just a little bit there. Okay, let's go back to... Where were we? I think they're still going ham. They are. Can I get my good view? Yeah. There we go. Chia pet. All right, let's watch this. Oh, I gotta look real quick on 17. That's the one thing I need to do. No, we'll do that. Nice, man. The bear chew. Pandalicious. It's good. Man, it's always... I need to start taking time to look at people's names more often. More often, man. It's not bad. No one's hitting for the top. Excuse me. So at least they're not getting reinforced. Looks like it's just straight up. Doesn't look like anyone's flanking on either side. Always nice when we get to hit a random piece of grass. And I think for the most part it is, right? So they're coming around the choke here in Parhealing because they can't access up here. I think they... no. There's nothing there. They can't go through there. Well, I guess they could come down that way, but that's ROA's there, and then ROE's there. Are they also? Because they... Okay, I see. So they're not fighting here. I was going to say that should have been the other one they could have. So they're kind of coming... Now, this is where Nor was coming on VVV before. So they basically said, look, we're not going to fight on the northern choke, or maybe it's just... You know, maybe to them it's just not worth it at that point, just given how defensively holed up that is, or how turtled they have that across the bridge with all the turrets. So now they're kind of opting for coming down south and saying, hey, let's fight a little bit more out in the open field, which, again, I'm all for because I really like more of the open field fights. I mean, choke point fights, whether they're thin, mid, or kind of wide-sized, if it's a ramp fight, again, those are enjoyable as well. But for me, I very much like just kind of the pure open field fights, mainly because I just think that infantry, cav, flying just gets a little bit more of, you know, an opportunity to kind of, you know, let themselves loose a bit, you know, and I always find that really enjoyable, at least when we're watching it from kind of a top-down view. Yeah, and if you're just joining, welcome. We're going to be watching, we're going to go through, I'm going to look at some KVKs. I'm going to update my sheet, which, yeah, we should have soonish. And then we're going to also look at the new Age of Empires mobile game that we just got a first look for yesterday. And I actually ended up tuning into the live stream. DK Gamer, another YouTuber, had sent me a link to it. Sent me a link to the Discord. And then I ended up seeing that they were doing a live stream. It was interesting. They showed a little bit. They I think just made a YouTube channel a little while ago. And on there, they have a first look for the game. They also have like a dev diaries that we'll take a look at. Just want to try and get some action here for some PvP first. All right. Maybe I should turn the audio up there a little bit more. Let me see. We're Fridays 1 to 10 hours. Dang. The record, what's up? Shoka, I know it might be a weird question, but when do you ask for free-to-play power submission in the new month, like at the start of the month? Yeah, so, you know, I'll do my next top 25 free-to-play players probably towards the beginning of the month. I usually like to get them out around the early middle of the month, so sometimes around the 10th. However, I'll probably ask for it maybe in about 2 weeks from now. And like I talked about in the video that I put out for the top 25 free-to-play in the beginning, I also explained how players can go about submitting those to me. They can do that. Excuse me. So I'll do another video, and then I'm also going to do a Discord announcement. And the easiest thing is that once I do that, then you could start submitting those to me. And how you do that is you just send me a DM. And I'll explain exactly the screenshots that I need to see from those players, so that way everyone will know exactly what you need to send me in order for your submission to be eligible. Are we? Man, they're still going right now. Wow. They did?
They let me sign up with my
Nice.
zip.
Could you watch the channel?
Yeah,
Okay.
I turned up and the channel's in there.
Oh, nice.
I just didn't play. It's your game.
All right. All right, let's go take a look. I want to see who else is doing some fighting. Just to see what else is going on, too, as well. I know we are looking. Yeah, we'll see. I'll look on my second instance. So that way we don't have to take anything away from this. Yeah, we also might go up and look a little bit more at the GG group, too, and NTS, because I would imagine they're probably still going hard. I mean, ROE and ROA has a bunch of people right now. And Owl and DBB, I mean, again, still with a decent size. Let's see. Interesting. Looks like we're just seeing a bunch of farm wild. Looks like just some merit farming, some good old-fashioned merit farming. Are they going back at it? Yo, they are going back at it! Oh, did they summon Behemoth? Where is it? Oh, they did. They summoned Bear. Doctor's Lou is on that for NTS. Dude, nice. Oh, come on. Let me get the good zoom out. Oh, nice. Let me do it. Look at that. This zoom out's a little better. I mean, I still wish I could zoom out a bit more, but this is actually this is okay-ish for us right now. Oh, that might be okay. You guys have to let me know if the game volume's a little bit too loud. I think it should be okay. I don't want it to be like too overbearing. There he goes, Lou's on the bear there for NTS. GG holding the perimeter, again trying to be cognizant and aware of the bear's range. And this, I think to me, right, if you're not really able to kind of get some AoE out, I think what they're doing with the bear is the right play, where they don't want the bear to take a lot of damage, so they're trying to play the bear kind of mid to interior here, or at least on its range. So that way, or you could say like mid to long distance away from the opposing troops, because if they can get some of the GGG units to kind of come within the radius, then they can just send the bear back out. However, I think in this situation, it's rough, right? Because typically, if you don't have a flag that you can go and protect or push out beyond the pass, it almost becomes pretty easy in this case, right? For GG to like maneuver around the bear, right? Or the behemoth in this case. Just because he can't really go beyond that, especially if you're not trying to attack, because I mean there's nothing that's connecting, right? So it's not as though they can put it on any other flags, albeit their own. And now, yeah, I mean I guess again now it's actually okay, right? Because now the bear's kind of in range of more units, where you can do some more damage. But now NTS is kind of pushed outside, so you're not really kind of able to utilize the bear to the max amount that you'd like, right? Which is really more of that kind of CC tank. While being able to, output, I'm sure, some amount of damage overall. But that's really how I like to kind of look at behemoths, is that whether you're going to use them offensively or defensively, right, they're really there to tank and soak up a lot of damage, and they're also there to do some CC, right, some crowd control. And that's really where you almost want, so NTS in this case, right, I would push through. I mean, we'll see. I mean, obviously Bear's about to get wrecked right now, but if they were there a little bit earlier, right, then when the bear was around here, they could have pushed through. Maybe they had attention that was focusing on the bear. That maybe allows for them to kind of regain a bit of a foothold in front of the pass. And then maybe if they can get some AoE, slash some focus firing going down on the GG group, right, that can maybe apply some pressure. Maybe also hit them when they're running away to get some extra damage, right, if they're trying to push out of the bear range. I mean, there is a couple ways you can play it out, but again, it's rough because if you're constantly staying out of bear range, then at that point it's really just, okay, we're throwing the behemoth down just so we can create some space to work in out of the pass. And I'd also say in this moment, I don't know if I'm NTS, if I'm going out and attacking GG right away, I would flood the area and then push out, especially if they're giving you a window to operate in, which it looks like they are. Why not push out and then attack as a group? This doesn't really echo to me as though this is, very highly coordinated, so to speak. And I'll give you an example of what I mean, right? So if I'm them and they're pushing out of the gate this way, right? So they're coming in. The way they're kind of doing it is like they came here, right? They had a couple people that were like right here on the line, and then they just kind of flooded the circle here. But they're coming out far, and then they're doing a couple hits out this way. Right. Instead, what I'm saying is when you come out, you kind of flood, right, like this. So you're coming out, flooding, right? And like, let's say you don't go past this line, right? So then everyone is in here, right? Then this way you can go ahead, right? You could set your lines up if you want, some infantry, some cav, right? If you want some flyers, maybe here, and then here's where you have archers, mage, right? You set up your lines and your formations so things are a little bit more clear, and then you kind of do a synchronized push where then you're going out. The way that they did it, they had, 4, 5, 6 players that were already doing some hits, not really allowing the area to get flooded and filled, and then going ahead and making that coordinated push. That's what I would really like to see, because I just think that overall would have given them a little bit higher percentage of play going into that initial engagement compared to where they're doing the trickling. Because if you're on the GG side, they could easily be doing, 10, 15 verse 2, 10, 15 verse 3 or 4, right? However many it was, because some of those NTS players were overextending a bit. So, again, for me, I like to look at that where you're trying to get good value, right? You want the ratios to be always trying to have the ratios be in your favor, right, for what you're winning versus what you're losing. But really going in just hoping for fair fights, right, and always trying to put yourself in a position where you can get a balanced fight. If not a fight, that maybe is a little bit more in your favor. But I think, and again, I don't know what the power differential is right now between these two. We'd have to look at some flags to see. But when I'm looking at it visually, that's what I like to say. And this is not bad, right? I mean, again, I'd like to see a little bit more spread here. You could see that we're kind of hiving, we're condensing a bit here, right? Use more of the width going this way, use more of the width going this way, right? Remember, we talk about wanting to form arcs, right? You kind of want to form arcs or, crescent moons, if you will, curves, right? You want to have your curve looking nice. These are things that are really important, especially if you're fighting out in the open field, because it is going to allow for you, as we often talk about, to reduce the amount of AoE damage that's being inflicted on you, and then have a higher chance of inflicting more AoE damage on your opponents. It also just makes it so that way players have to choose who they're going to be hitting, right? And sometimes if you're giving players too many options on where they can attack, that can also help out in your favor, because if your opponents are not as coordinated on you as far as where you're focus firing and targeting down, you could end up having some players in your push that could be fighting a one-on-one, right? Maybe they're hitting a unit by themselves, a few other people are hitting units by themselves, and no one's really doing it in a efficient way, right? Where you're having multiple people attacking a unit, multiple people attacking a condensed area, and those are really what we like to look at, because to me that gives a higher quality indication of where the skill levels are at, right, for the opposing sides. So always something I find really enjoyable. I like this, though, that NTS is actually pushing out and pushing GG a little bit more here, to where now it's actually coming back. I wonder if this is the moment where they might even say, hey, let's throw a flag down at the time. I mean, clearly GG was able to push NTS back to their wall, but, and again, maybe this is just, a nice push. Who knows if it's going to hold any substance, right, as far as being able to then plant a flag and come out. But this is a nice push from them. Okie dokie. How we doing? 1819. Nice. Look at that, man. Already 11 likes. Welcome, welcome. That's good stuff. We got it today. Yeah. Rogmo, what's up? ROE on top. All right, man. Here we come. GG with the counter push. Grading 500. What's up? Welcome. Can you watch Division 2015 SS2? Yeah, we can take a look. Is there some action that's going on there now? I can pull it up on my second. What did you say? Was that S215? Oh, S2 plus 15. Is that FU, SMD, and TH? Yeah, I'll take a look. If there's some action there, and we can queue that up, depending on how much action they have. Okay, okay, yeah, there's a little bit. Yeah, no, I'll queue this up, and if the NTS GG thing dies out and there's nothing else going on with ROE, ROA, then yeah, we'll take a look. The Birdman. Yeah, and then in a little bit, we're going to take a look at the new Age of Empires mobile game. So I do want to show you guys that off. We're already about 30 minutes into the stream, so I'm not going to have you guys wait that long. So what we'll do is we'll wait for one of these pushes to die out on the GG NTS side. If ROE, ROA, and OWL aren't really going anymore, then we'll go take a look at the Age of Empires mobile. We'll show you guys the videos, give you my thoughts on that, and then we'll come back and look for some more wars and fights that are going on in COD. But 65, you said, what is the new Age of Empires mobile kingdom builder? Yeah, so I mean, basically that's what it is. It's just it's a new kingdom builder that's being developed by the team. Well, I don't know if I'd say the team, but it's off of the Age of Empires franchise. Okay, hopefully I don't die. So interesting, man. NTS made a really good push out. And I'm shocked that NTS wasn't able to hold and sustain this a little bit more because they had good numbers. And even though GG was pushing on the counterattack, they could have fell back to around here, right at kind of the edge of their territory, and they just could have had other players coming in to refill and then do a counter, then do their own counterattack push. So I'm a little, I don't want to say saddened, but I am a bit shocked because that was an opportunity, right, that NTS could have done. Again, they had good activity even when they were falling back, right? Because keep in mind, they were pushed out about here, right? They were pushed out to about here. They could have already been telling people, hey, start staging here. And then as they're falling back, if the numbers don't look too disadvantageous, then the moment that they push back here, now they're just basically banana peeling or hitting a big 180, and now they're going right back at GG, right? That would have been really cool to see. Okay. Let's see if ROA, ROE has anything going on with OWL down here, and if they're still going hard, maybe we'll watch a bit. Let's see. I don't know how much. Oh, what do we got going on here? Oh, wow. They got 40 minutes on that hoot flag. Okay, so they're going. Let's do this. I want to watch. Let's watch. I just want to watch a few minutes of this, right? Because again, I want to try and get as much action in as we can. And ST1-6 has been fighting decently, so I'm really excited about that. So let's watch. Let's watch a little bit more. When this dies off, whenever this dies off, then at that moment we'll go and we'll take a look at the Age of Empires mobile. We'll watch the first look trailer. We'll watch the dev diaries, and then I'll give you my feedback and thoughts on it. And then we'll come back and watch some more Call of Dragons PvP. But for now, let's enjoy and watch a little bit more here between ROE, ROA, OWL, DBB. I don't know if Hoot is here unless I don't see them. Or maybe they're on the other side. I'm not sure. Painful. This server has been so much fun, man. I think we're holding Owl so Arkham can advance into Zone 3. We will eventually push into Zone 3 ourselves. Okay, nice. Nah, man, it sounds great. Yeah, I've been working so much. And, you know, I got my dad's visiting from California, too, as well. So he's hanging out with the grandkids. And I got the lady and the little one that are sleeping upstairs. So I thought, man, this is a great time just for me to come on and say, hey. Again, you know, the good thing is there's a lot of action going on in a couple different places, but, you know, typically I like to always have my stats and everything kind of up to date for what's going on in each group. And also, you know, being able to kind of pre-plan out where the pushes are happening when gates are opening. I know that's always like a really big crowd pleaser where people are able to get on and watch fights right when the gates are opening, kind of knowing who's lined up. I always feel like those ones do a little bit better. But again, being able to kind of show more of a general landscape for the warfare as far as just kind of going in and seeing who's fighting in the moment and you know, talk about some interesting stuff, you know, can always be good as well. But hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more of that, of the former, because I really do like it when I can kind of let everyone know, you know, what the matchups are, who's going to be fighting, you know, when our pass is opening, because again, that's always enjoyable. One of the many things, I should say, that I hope to eventually be able to bring the CoD Fam on a daily basis, or almost daily basis, I should say, right, whenever we're potentially able to do our full-timeness. Okay, looks like we're lining up here. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. We are taking a look, like I said, at some CoD KVK Wars. We're looking at a T1 season right now. There's some action going on in 2+ that we have. There's also going to be some action going on in Season 2 for some PvP.